Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I've got 3 replays for you in the Tier 8 Japanese Premium Medium Tank, the STA-2 Black. So the STA-2 Black, is a special black tank that come out during the Black Friday sales quite a while ago. Before we start, I'll just run over the equipment quickly. So I run Camo Net, Optics and Gun Rammer on this tank, and for the perks I run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Steady Aim, Camouflage Expertise, Situational Awareness, Muffled Shot, Camouflage, Green Thumb should I say, and Silent Driving. I would run for my final perk. I've not got a full complete crew on this, but if I had that slot open, then I would definitely put Silent Driving on this, because this does have really good camo. So I think it's it's something you should probably try and improve as best as possible. Really sort of give it that that good camouflage factor. Make it a sort of quite stealthy medium. And it's got good mobility as well, so you can kind of flank with it. It's not got great armour, has got 10 degrees of gun depression, which is nice, so you can play those ridge lines. But yeah, it can play hold down to a reasonable degree on these ridge lines, but not front line. I would say sort of play sort of a little bit of a second line role if you're going to do that, like what we're doing now in Erlenberg here. So you can see we're not quite up the top there, with these tanks, with this heavy and these 2 TDs, because we don't want to take any shots sort of early doors, because we don't have the armour to sort of withstand. You might get a lucky shot off the back, gun magnet, especially when we're sort of playing tier 8s, but if we're bottom tier sort of against 9s and 10s, even sort of tier 8 tanks destroyers, you're going to get absolutely shredded. So it's not something I would say that you should play sort of the front lines using your gun depression, but if you sort of sit back on those ridges like what we're doing here, you could sort of peek relatively safely, and then you can sort of pop back into cover. So yeah, the STA-2 Black here, like I say, it's limited edition, comes out during the Black Friday sales. I am doing this recording before the Black Friday sales have been announced, so I'm quite confident that this is going to come back into the store at some point during November, so certainly do keep your eye out for it. Now I have to say, the other thing with this tank which gives it the edge is, obviously with all STA-2 variants, they have preferential matchmaking, which means they only see tier 9s and tier 9s, 8s, 7s and 6s. So you will never see tier 10s in this tank unless you're platooned up with someone that isn't playing a preferential matchmaking tank, in which case you will see tier 10s, because it offsets whenever you platoon up with someone that isn't playing non-pref tank. It negates it, and it will just throw you into normal matchmaking. So yeah, you won't have that benefit if you platoon up with someone like that. But you can, if your platoon mate is running a pref matchmaking tank like the STA-2 Black, then or any other pref matchmaking tanks, then it will work and you'll get thrown into pref matchmaking games. So essentially what we're doing here, we are actually bottom tier, because we are running with our good friend Sir Tornado. He's in the heavy tank on the left of me. I can't actually remember what it is he's playing, but we've made an aggressive play here. We can see this game is pretty much nearly over. I'm quite confident we're going to win this. We're 6 tanks up, and I'm pushing right up now because we've pretty much cleared the middle. We've gained complete map control here. We're pincering the enemy. So I'm just going to move in and just see what shots I can get off here. Now I make a terrible mistake by just YOLOing in on this bar. That is something I should not have done. Should have stayed in the ridge line, because now I'm just in a complete crossfire. So I've made a complete hash of this, and I'm going to get massively punished for it. So yeah, spoiler alert, I die. But yeah, a bit frustrating, because I probably could have got quite a lot more out of this game if I hadn't YOLO'd like a complete pleb. But yeah, we've made light work basically, and yeah, there's only one TD remaining. He's going to get taken out pretty shortly, which he does, and that brings an end to the first replay. So, looking at how we got on, we did come top of the board. We just got under 3.4k damage with 2 kills, over 1,000 assists, picking up the first class medal there, with a decent game to boot. And yeah, shout out to Sir Tornado for giving us the support there. So we move on to the second replay, and we're on Lakeville, and we're playing solo, so naturally we should only be seeing tier 9s. However, I think this is a top tier game. So yeah, again, that's probably the biggest selling point with the STA-2 Black, is that it just won't see 10s if you're playing solo. Yeah, anybody that's sort of been screaming for 1+-1 matchmaking is going to have a whale of a time, because that's pretty much what you get with this tank, So that's his biggest selling point. The other biggest selling point is had a lot of buffs recently to the reload time and the gun itself, dispersion values and accuracy, aim time, I think. Have actually got a video from this tank a couple of months back now, which goes through those in fine detail. So if you want to know what they are, then please do sort of look through the channel and find that replay, and that'll tell you all about it. But yeah, it's had some significant buffs to the gun basically, and it's just ridiculous. The reload is brilliant. The accuracy is pretty decent as well. So you can see I'm just sort of slinging these shells into this heavy tank that's just crossing, and you can see we've pretty much put him onto a one-shot now. I think we're going to try and see if we can possibly get the kill shot. We do, sneaking that one in for our first kill of the game. And you see we're going to do the same. We've tracked this Carnarvon out in the open. I think it's Carnarvon or an Earthshaker, one of the two, and we're just going to perma track him now. Just going to keep him tracked, and look, 4.9 second reload, we can do that all day long. He's sort of gone out of view there, but we're going to take the chance that we're going to track him in place again. And look, you can just see we've got him caught in place. Don't know if we tracked him that time. Looks like we have, so we're just going to continue just farming this guy. We know he's stuck in place, and we can just pretty much shred him for his health, and that's what we're going to do here. Don't usually come up the middle on Lakeville, to be fair, but for some reason I just sort of fancied coming up here, trying to get some spots. Didn't actually get any spotting assists, but we let's say did manage to punish a lot of tanks on the crosshair. We do just fumble our shot on that T-3485. Got to try and take that guy out, because obviously I'm going to be out in the open here, and you can see I'm subject to shots across there. Need to get into cover, need to get behind this rock. Now we do, we can start getting shots onto that Absolution. There's also a Hellcat in front of us, so we're going to try and see if we can get a shot into that guy. See, we do get a lucky bounce there. Like I say, you can get some bounces off the gun mantlets. So let's say this turret isn't too bad, but it don't rely on it basically. We're fighting a tier 6 tank there, so you can kind of expect a bounce. But if that was a tier 8 tank destroyer, I'm pretty confident that would have just penned us quite easily, and we could have been in all sorts of trouble there. So we've done okay in this game, to be fair. Again, another quick game, and the team seems to have just completely shredded these guys. So we're going to sort of move in, try and see if we can get some more damage off. That medium tank just gets completely obliterated by another black tank, the Lerva Black, which is also a decent black tank. If that comes on sale, that's another one I would definitely recommend. So yeah, we're gonna sort of go up here and try and clean up some more tanks. We get our 5th kill of the game there. We do take a shot in return, but I'm not fast, because we've still got quite a majority of our hit points there, and this IS-2-2 is definitely in trouble. Can we pick up the top gun? We can. We get a 6th kill there, and we bring an end to the replay. So that was a real nice game, considering it was all quick. We got a decent result there, and we come top of the board. picking up 4.5k damage. We got 6 kills picking up the top gun, tiny bit of assists, I think mainly track assists from tracking the Earthshaker, only the first class, which was a little bit of a surprise, but you know, being top tier, I think the majority of our kills were tier 6s, so to be expected I guess, but yeah, I'm sort of quite pleased with that result. But moving on to the third and final replay now, and we're back on Erlenberg. And so what I'm going to do here is, I think I was going to sort of make my way over to the castle side. You can see there's 3 light tanks now. Like I say, this tank isn't that, it's not quick enough really to sort of play a spotting role if you haven't got any light tanks on your team. So yeah, it's not something like a Barask where you can sort of get away with getting to a middle and you know, having good camo to be able to outspot. But we're going to play the flank role. We're going to get over to the castle and we're going to try and get some shots on the crosses again. We're just sort of paying attention to some tanks in the middle, trying to see if we can maybe line up some shots. But now we see this enemy tank that is crossing out in the open. It's not going to be a good day for this guy, it really isn't, because you know, heavy crossing this side. It's a risky play. You can try, and if you do get over to the castle side from that side, if you've got a couple of you and yourself, or a couple of teammates, sorry, you know, it can be a good play. But if I'm honest, it's so risky, because you know, you're gonna have tanks set up here, tank destroyers, and we're just gonna be sort of getting shots all day long. We are unfortunately getting some bounces, which is not great. But now we're going to sort of move up. We're going to try and support this side, because what I don't want is, I don't want these guys to try and push through and clear this flank out. So I'm basically going to try and put up a bit of a resistance. Now I know I've got the gun depression here, so I can sort of get hull down. I know my turret armor isn't that great, but you know, I've just basically got to try and help these guys out and try and put up a little bit of a defense. Fortunately, bounce the side turret of the Tiger 2 there, so I'm going to switch to my heat rounds. Unfortunately, bounce the projectile there. I thought that might just go through. But yeah, I've gone for the heat rounds because I just want to sort of squeeze his shots in. I want to make sure that I can penetrate his shots, because you know, the longer we sort of don't kill these guys, the more this flank is going to sort of fall. Unfortunately, we get the Tiger 2 puts a shot in there, and I've kind of thought, do you know what, I'm not really going to win this engagement. I've got to try and get these guys from a different angle, or basically try and move to sort of help my team elsewhere. So I'm going to come up and around, and yeah, I can't recall what my next play was going to be, but I see this light tank out in the open, so I think, do you know what, I'm going to try and take this opportunity to get a shot in. We do get a shot into that light tank there, and I think we have busted one of his wheels, and he does get taken out. The wheelie tanks are great until you get shot in the wheel, and then it's free farm after that, because it just, you know, dramatically slows your mobility down to a point where you can't really sort of you can't really move around quick enough to get out of trouble. So now we're focusing back to the heavies. Unfortunately, we bounced the Tiger 2 again. But we're coming at a different angle now, so I'm hoping that it gives these guys something else to think about. They can't quite charge aside, because they've now got myself, and then they've got the 2 sort of heavy tanks that are in front of them. But we're not really getting much luck penetrating these guys, which is frustrating. We do squeeze a shot into the side of the Progetto there. I'm just keeping an eye on my rear, because I'm being targeted, so I don't know if it's these guys looking at me or if it's someone behind. I don't want to get caught out, but that light tank is coming around from the other side, so that says to me that there's no one sort of near their spawn that can get shots into the rear of me. And I'm going to try and help our light tank now. I'm coming at this side because the light tank is at their rear. The heavy tanks are in front of them, so this gives me, this is basically a third angle. Unfortunately, we spoofed the shot there, and we hit the T-32's upper plate. He's never going to pen that. But again, this third angle just gives them something to think about. I was hoping that was going to be the kill shot, but for some reason that just bounced. Now I've got the side of him, I can squeeze that shell through the side and pick up the kill. Going to try and get the kill shot on that Progetto, which we do. So we picked up two kills in quick succession. There's only 5 tanks remaining, and I've hardly done anything in this game, and I'm sort of I'm a bit annoyed about it, to be fair. So I'm gonna make sort of a big push right into the middle. I know where these guys are. You know, it's 3 tank destroyers and 2 lights. The 2 lights are going to be buzzing around somewhere, but the tank destroyer is going to be up on the ridge. So at this point, I'm just kind of thinking I want to get up on the ridge and get some shots in or spot them up, which is exactly what I do here. See, it's KV4 KTTS out in the open, giving us his side, so I'm gonna shoot that all day long. Went for his track there, which was a bit frustrating. I was kind of hoping I'd pen that, but we've just trapped him in place. Now he's moving. I'm pretty sure he's probably burnt a repair kit for that, so it's not bad, because if we track him again, then he's not going to be able to do anything. Trying to see if we can potentially squeeze a kill shot in, but he's not really giving us anything. So now at this point, I just need to sort of get underneath their ridge and try and farm as much damage as possible. Like I say, it's been a bit of a quick game. There's not really been much going on. I've had a lot of bouncers as well, which is unfortunate. I really didn't sort of want any of those bouncers. Do sneak a nice shot on the move there in this AMX 1390. Then we take a big shot for TD at the back there, which I kind of knew was going to be sort of in place, but he gets taken out. We pick up some good assists there. Sneak a shot into that tank destroyer. Got this light tank sort of putting some shots into us. We do get a shot tracking him in place, and he gets taken out by a friendly heavy tank, only leaving 1 light tank left. So now we're gonna try and see if we can just get in and squeeze a little bit more damage, or maybe get a 3rd kill in this game. But unfortunately we don't. Panzerjäger picks up the kill, and yeah, that brings an end to the replay. So how do we get on? So we do come top of the board. We pick up just over 3.2k damage, picking up 2.6k assists. Like I say, most of that came at the end. 2 kills, picking up the ace tanker for some unknown reason. I really didn't think that was a good enough game to warrant an ace, you know, especially compared to the second replay, but there we go. And yeah, so, you know, not a bad game. Credit to the Panzerjäger as well. He had a phenomenal game, picking up 7 kills and 3.8k damage there. So credit to him, he had a good game. But that is it for the video, guys. That is the STA-2 Black in a nutshell. A fantastic tank, and if it does come on sale and you haven't got it, I would definitely recommend it. So yeah, there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you did, please like, subscribe, drop a comment. Really does help the channel. And as always, guys, I'll catch you next time.